Hello friends and potential friends. Well, I'm on the road again. Got myself another of these squared off sports cars. This makes the third one I've driven since I left Florida. And I'm somewhere in northern Nevada, headed for Paradise, California to clean out my mom's storage room. Lots of sagebrush and rocks out here. Hills and mountains. A lot of fun stuff. But this is my next trip for the next few days. I hope to sneak into Paradise, get my mom's stuff, and sneak back out before anybody notices. It's about 7:30 or so in the morning, 8 o'clock maybe. I'm in the Pacific time zone now, and headed for California. Snow-covered mountaintops. I'm going to violate my rule a little bit. Well, Wade, thought I'd come by and help you get your garden going, but apparently I missed the turn. Turn to your place, and I realized there's probably nobody home anyway, so I figured I'd take in the sights. Here we are in downtown Elko. Maybe it'll give you a little memory of home. Blacksmith shop. And a little bit of everything. Wish you were here. Rest area along the California Trail. I am here. Filled up in Wells. Passed through Elko. Currently here. And headed this way. Hot, dusty, and tattered. I can just imagine it. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read it. Okay, that's enough. On to the next stop. Well, here I am at the storage unit in Paradise. Initial look. I could have put this in a 10-foot bed. This is not going to be a problem at all. And the driftwood is still here, hasn't all been eaten up. Let's see, there's the desk back in the back. That's the biggest thing. Pots and pans, heaters, small furniture, mostly boxes. Yeah, this is not going to be a problem. Okay, let's get busy. Well, 6 hours later, and everything that was in there is now in there. Including all the tools I brought with me. Let's hope it doesn't shift too much. I did ratchet strap a lot of that stuff in there. Just these odds and ends at the back that are kind of loose and may be moving around. But now it's time to get some rest so I can get up early and head back to Idaho. Well, snuck out of California this morning before anybody noticed. Now I'm in northern Nevada at the first rest stop I found. Surrounded by hills and mountains. And heading back to Idaho. We sure can't pile sand this high out in Florida. Some pretty sights out here. Well, still in Nevada, surrounded by mountains and a tree, sagebrush, more mountains, and I found another part of the California Trail. Let's see what they say about them. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read it. Rough times back then. Looks like I'm real close to the place I stopped on the way out here. Only this time, I'm going this way. Sorry, Wade, I'm not going to stop in Elko this time. Sure are some fabulous sights around here, though. Okay, back on the road. Well, another rest area, if you can call it that. It's got a picnic table. Basically a two-stall outhouse and a couple of dumpsters sitting in a somewhat paved parking lot. Probably paved 20-30 years ago. But I'm basically at the top of the mountains here. I see a sign over there that says something about summit next right. And I think I'm at the summit. This is probably the last stop in Nevada. Should be back in Idaho pretty soon. Mountains in the background. Mountains all around me. a desolate, lonely highway. Well, let's get back on the road. Well, that little excursion up to this Pequea summit, elevation 6,987 feet, was brought to you by my GPS, affectionately known as BB, which politely means bossy broad. I won't tell you the impolite part. Apparently, she decided that I needed to show y'all the summit. That was about 24 miles one way and 24 miles back to the place that I should have turned, which she neglected to tell me about. But no worries, I'm now headed north towards Jackpot, from there on to Twin Falls, and from there to home. More mountains. As you can see, I made it back to Mom's. Safe and sound. Long trip. Those of you that have stuck with me for this long, figured I might fill you in on the rest of the backstory about this, the reason for this trip to Paradise, California. See, in 2018, the city of Paradise, California burned. It just so happened that on the day of the fire, my mother had gone back to Paradise to clean out her apartment, pack things up, moving to Oregon. And she wound up being forced out ahead of the fires, and she had to leave all of her stuff behind. And pardon me if I get a little bit choked up. It always does that to me. Her apartment burned, and all of her most prized possessions went up with it. But for some reason, the storage room that she had opened to store the things that she couldn't fit in her apartment didn't burn. So that's why I went to Paradise, so that I could retrieve the only possessions my mom has from before the fire and reunite her with those possessions. And that is why I went to Paradise. And believe me, it was worth it. Worth every minute of it. Because now at least you've got something from before the fire. Hopefully this will be my last trip in one of those squared off sports cars. At least for a long time. I've got everything in my mom's here in one place, including my mom. And the next time I hit the road, hopefully it'll be in that pleasure way. But meanwhile, I've got a garden to put together. So, I'll see you on the next video.